Swinging from the highest ledge, he could leap above our head.
I am the spectacular Scarlet Spider.
What's up, guys? Spectacular Scarlet Spider 118 here, and today, as you can see, I have the Darth Vader helmet here. I'm going to be doing a sort of review, sort of overview about how I modified it and where I got it from and all that sort of stuff. But before I start, please hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Spectacular Scarlet Spider, and I'm even on Twitter again, which is something I didn't think I would be really active on. I don't even know my handle, so I'm just going to link it down below. But I am on Twitter again. I'm starting to be a little bit more active there, so you can check me out there. Just kind of random BS over there. But basically, also one more thing, I'm wearing my Remy the Junior suit, which I actually realized I had never worn on my channel before, outside of it being in a few like montages for like the Christmas video and stuff like that. So it's a little surprising, like, because you know, when right around when I got this suit is when I stopped really being on YouTube a lot, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I know even a year before that I wasn't really on. So I took a break from YouTube when I got this suit. So it's like, this is like one of the dark periods of my channel. So now it's here and I'm wearing it. Maybe I'll do a review of it someday. But yeah, Darth Vader helmet. So this is what you're here for. I got this thing from, now, by the way, I'm in my bathroom again where I'm filming because it's just a good place for audio, and I have this thing set up on my laundry hamper so I can be level and I don't have to hold it because it's kind of heavy. I got this from Mercari, actually. If you don't know what Mercari is, it is basically like an eBay, but you don't have the auctions. It's literally just buy it now and stuff like that, and you get really good offers on there. It's the first time I actually used Mercari. I forgot how this came about. I was looking up Darth Vader helmets because it was an idea I had, and I was thinking like, maybe I can knock this out after Christmas. It's a cosplay I've always wanted to do. And I'd always wanted to do the Rebels Vader costume. Like, if I'm going to do Darth Vader, it's got to be Rebels. Or else I would have done this like a few years ago, because I've had plenty of opportunities to buy like the Black Series helmet or other Vader helmets. But Rebels Vader is just so menacing looking to me. It's like very, something about it. And I think the red eyes contribute to that, and the fact that it's got like the concept art sort of vibe to it, where it curves down on the helmet, as you can see here. And so Rebels Vader is my absolute favorite, and I didn't want to do Darth Vader if I couldn't do the Rebels version. So I've been patient for the past few years, because this is something, again, that I wanted to do for so long. And I forgot what sparked me to do this, but I was searching up like Darth Vader helmets in December, and this came up on Mercari. Now, it was only the bottom portion was painted. None of the silver parts are there. None of the mesh in here was there. The eyes weren't there. And this was all like gray, and like the top part of the helmet wasn't painted at all. And, you know, I was like, wow, okay, so someone's on the Rebels Vader helmet, because like people sell this 3D file and stuff, but I don't have a 3D printer. I don't have access to that, and that can get expensive because you're paying like $30 for the file. You're paying someone else to print it. Like, I don't know how much it could be, but for a helmet, it's probably like 100 something. And then you have to buy all the paint and the supplies and stuff, which can add up. Trust me, it can add up. I learned that with this. And so that got expensive, and I didn't want to pay more than I had to for a helmet like this. Which, yeah, it makes sense. You're going to have to pay. If you want a good helmet like this, you're going to have to pay some money, right? But I got extremely lucky with this. This guy in Mercari was selling this like half finished, not even like that well done. Well, you know, sort of, because it was still in the process of making it. He said that, like, in his description, he was like, oh, I had to sell a bunch of my stuff because I need some money for the family, you know, and all that stuff. So he was selling this for $42. I got this for $42. Oh, you know, shipping and tax. It ended up being like 50 something. But I basically got this for $50, and that was a steal. I jumped on that as soon as I could, early December. And it took a while to ship, just because of the holidays and COVID. It actually took like a month to get here. And so I was getting a little impatient. I'm not going to go into the full story. You know, it's really tiring to me. I've you know, ranted about to my friends a lot, but basically it was getting to the point where it wasn't updating the tracking or anything. It said maybe that the dude hadn't even shipped it, so I contacted him. He said he shipped it and all that, so it got really complicated. I was losing hope that it actually get here. I thought I got lost in the mail because it was sitting like that for a month. And so I had the money saved up to buy the rest of it, like the costume and all that. But I was like, I don't want to spend money on a costume in case the helmet gets lost, because this is like a one of a kind thing, and I don't want to like buy the costume and be like, oh, now the helmet's lost. So I kind of spent some of the money on some other stuff, and a different hobby I have. So I still have money, and I'm building up funds to get the rest of the suit. So basically, like, yes, the rest of the costume's not finished, like you saw in the teaser video, but so then the helmet finally came. I was like, okay, cool. So I can get working on this, and then the helmet will be done by the time I get back up to college. And spoiler alert, I'm still home. They extended that, so I'm still here, which is why I'm able to make this video. Because I'm not taking the helmet with me, but and then so basically, now here I am. I'm working on the helmet and all that, and I had to. It smelled like cigarette smoke. The dude who sold it to me was like a smoker or something, and it was covered in cigarette smoke smell, and I had to like wash it off and clean it a bunch. And it's funny because I was actually recording a video of like the in progress of me making this, and I still have some of the clips. So you could see me like, going over and spray paint and getting the eyes in there and the mesh and all that and the silver parts here. I have some footage of that, but while I was filming that, some stuff happened in my personal life, like some like drama and shit was going on. So I had to take a step back from recording it. I was still working on it, but I didn't have the energy to like record and edit it. So I have some of that footage. If you want me to like maybe put out some of it later, I can do that. But as of right now, here's the helmet. So basically an overview of it is, it's pretty big. If you can't tell, this is a little bit bigger than my head. Now I do have a face shell on, so the face shell's pretty moderately sized. So it's a little bit bigger than my head. But that works because this, like, if you really take this portion off, it's still bigger, but the reason that is because it has the neck piece down here, and when I was trying it on for the test fitting with the leather jacket and all that, it actually fit pretty well. And so the back of my head will rest in the back of the top portion of the helmet. Now, obviously, two pieces, and the inside of this, it's like half a helmet, so it goes like that. Then here's the inside of it, and I don't know if you can see that well. I can't. My lenses are fogging up. I probably shouldn't have worn a suit with a face shell in this video, to be honest. But yeah, so that's basically like two pieces here. And this is heavy. It can get pretty heavy, especially on my head, so I gotta figure out a way to balance that. Now, sorry if I get in the way. It has like a locking mechanism in there, so it's supposed to look like that, I think. Let me take off the lens. Sorry, I'm a mess this video. I always say that because I am. But yeah, it works, and I basically used the same spray paint I use for my lenses, like the frames of my lenses, not these, but where it's like a shiny finish. Now I'm still actually in the process of spray painting this. I had some scuffles here in the front that I had to sand down, so I'm still actually putting layers on, so it's not technically done, but it looks done enough to where I can make this video, and I'll be going back up to school in a few days, so I don't have time to like finish it and then have to worry about all that, so it's a lot. So here we are with the helmet and the eyes itself. Now, actually, I'm gonna save the eyes for last because that's the interesting part. Obviously, I had some silver spray paint left over from my shredder project, so that was easy. I literally just like spray painted that silver on here and here, and then masked up the rest of it, or masked up the silver parts and then sprayed the black part here, because like the dude did spray the face part of the mask and the neck black, but I wanted it to match up. I wanted it to be the same consistent like shaded black, so I sprayed it myself again. The mesh on the like the mouth grill here, and it even goes under. It goes under the to the chin area down there, but I'm not going to lift it up because again, this can get pretty heavy. And so basically, the mesh in there is actually. I was in Lowe's, right, and I was searching for stuff. I was like, what am I going to do for this, right? Because it's like this wired mesh. Now I don't know if you can see it too well, so I'm going to hold it up closer. Hopefully that focuses. I can't tell because my lenses are fogging up, but you can see what I mean. It's a mesh in there, and there's the bottom part. That I ended up using a, like when you have the kitchen stove like vent fan. I actually got like a spare one of those, and it has that's where the mesh is from. So I cut the mesh out using wire cutters, and then hot glued it in on the inside, and so now there's a mesh. And so I think that was actually a really good idea. And it came out well. Like, it looks like Vader's, mouth part. The eyes that's my favorite part of the mask, because obviously Rebels Vader has the red crimson eyes and it's super menacing. I love the way that looks right there. Um, Now, this is funny because when I bought the helmet, I was like, okay, so how am I supposed to do the red eyes? Because I've always struggled with these Spider-Man suits and these Scar Spider suits, trying to figure out how to make red Scar Spider cane lenses. I've never figured it out in my I was thinking about YouTube. In my 7 or 8 years of cosplaying, I've never figured it out. It's actually 8 now. And so I was researching, I was like, how do you make red lenses? Because it's not just for Kane, it's for this. Like, I need the red eyes, right? So I came across this thing called, I wish I had the can with me. It's stained glass spray paint. And it's basically the spray that you spray on like a different material or whatever, and it'll be like, say you have a glass, like a glass of water or whatever, or something you would use for a glass of water or a cup or something, you spray it and it becomes translucent red. And so, I saw some YouTube videos on it where they're doing it for car headlights and stuff. I was like, this is perfect, because if it's translucent, that means if it's red, I can still see through it. So all I have to do is get some perforated vinyl, and I'm thinking more towards Scar Spider at this part. Get some perforated vinyl or some plastic, clear plastic, and then spray it red. And then there you go, red Scar Spider lenses. I just took this over, and red Vader lenses. And as it turned out, the red spray did not, like the spray I was using didn't work for the perforated vinyl. And I'm going to be making Kane lenses for the Kane suit that's coming in. So I'm even going to do a video in depth showing you what I mean. So for all you people like me who've been wanting to get red Scar Spider lenses, don't worry, I'm going to have a video out on that, like showing you how to do it. But basically, how I ended up figuring out how it would work is, for my Alex Ross suit that I did several years ago, I had the mirror mesh, obviously, like the mirror film. I still have an abundance of that left over, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll try to spray on the mirror mesh. And so it worked. It actually worked. Like, I sprayed the mirror mesh, and it worked. I sprayed over like 2 or 3 times to give it a deep red color. And I'm going to take this off again and kind of show you the visibility if I can. So let me bring it a bit closer here. Like, obviously there's the red. It looks beautiful. And then put it on here. So I don't know the best way to do this, but if you can see, not really, because I don't want to tip my camera over. You have a red tint in there, but when your eyes are really up against it, it's not completely red. My visibility is not completely red, which is something that I was worried about. And it's something I would have had already experienced with my Stegman Kane lenses being completely red. Let me just make sure it's on straight. Yep. So it wouldn't have been a problem if my eyes and my visibility were completely red to begin with, with this. But I got it figured out. Like, I just sprayed the mirror mesh and it works. This video has been completely me rambling, but basically, Darth Vader helmet, Rebels, it came out beautifully. I can't thank the seller who gave this to me enough. I would link his store, but it was like a one-off thing. He's got a bunch of other stuff that I'm not sure if any of you would be interested in. Before I end the video, quick update with the rest of it. I expect to have this done sometime before summer, which I know is like a giant span of time. It's a giant window. But honestly, going back up to college soon, I'm going to be needing some of that money that I saved up against that. I'm going to hold on to some of it. I'm going to have some funds for it. But basically, I need to figure out a game plan and hopefully to buy the rest of the suit and the boots and all the stuff and the lightsaber and all the stuff I need. Well, I have a lightsaber, but a better one. All the stuff I need by summer, I should have this done. So you're not really going to see too many updates about this on my channel until I do that stuff, or even my Instagram page, but here's the Vader helmet. I know this video has been me rambling a lot. I'm sorry I get tongue-tied. I probably should have picked a suit without a face shell, honestly. I'm going to wipe some of that off. Anyways, Darth Vader helmet. So again, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Share the video, tell your friends. Follow me on Instagram at Spectacular Scarlet Spider. Link it below. Follow me on Twitter. I think it's at Scarlet Spidey 94 or something like that. I gotta figure out my handle and memorize it for these videos. But that is gonna be in the link below, or description, whatever. And use my code SCARLET118 at ZentaZen for 15% off. Not only does it help you save 15% off, like I just said, off your order, but it also helps me so I can create more content and show you guys that ZentaZen is truly worth it. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Spectacular Scars Bear 118 out.